Hey guys and dolls, my name is Robin Graves, and this is the world according to Graves. Even though we're about 3 days late getting this done, I've been sick as a dog. I've been having problems with my voice going in and out also. But we're kind of trying to get all of this done here as best as we can. Yes, I owe you Fridays, so we're doing Fridays today. I will be getting things back onto schedule as soon as I can. Before we get started on something, I have to do this. Mike wanted me to do a movie reviews, and this is my movie review for Paul. It was funny. And to get this out of my way, do this sippage thing here. This is always somebody handing me something new to try to get my opinion. And this is, I'm a little afraid of this. This is kind of funky looking as it is. So here, let's get a little sippage here and see how this is. Mm. I'm gonna put this over here where it's not gonna hurt anybody. That's just some nasty crap. Yuck, gross. Ooh. Ugh. I gotta wash my mouth with soap now. Anyway, this is something I've been wanting to tackle for a little while. I've been working my way up to this. During the get this start, I'll tell you this before I get it started. The subject matter I did a lot of research on, and um, I've actually been researching it since Thursday of last week. Um, a lot of stuff's been happening. Really, the research for this has been kind of stupid. Um, I covered the term feminine toxicity last week, and it seems that researching this, the term feminine toxicity was not an original term coined by me. I thought it was, and I discovered that feminine toxicity is actually a term brought up by feminists and a lot of psychologists to defend the depression that feminists have. That them protesting men and anything that they disagree with cause them to become depressed, and that's feminine toxicity. The actual term they come up with, the feminists have been using masculine toxicity, is actually a very sexist term, incredibly sexist. Same thing with the term misogynistic. That's very sexist by them. It's like let's fight a fire with more fire. Yeah. Um, honestly, I actually researched the term masculine toxicity, which has nothing to do with what feminists are using it for. They took an already existing term and changed the meaning of it, much like racism by BLM. Let's tell every white person's racist. Black people can't be racist because they changed the meaning of the word, or are trying to change the meaning of the word. But I mean, feminists, they try to brand men with undesirable character traits. They're trying to say that we're all aggressive and how we're angry, we're power hungry. Um, Honestly, I've seen more feminists that were angry, greedy, and power hungry than men were. Men are. A lot of guys, we just want to go live our lives, do our jobs, come home. We can't even do that today because you know we're going to get into this. Okay, I'm going to explain a few things. I had some help here. I spoke to an author of a very good book. I was very lucky to do that. Um, see, there's women, feminists want to be on the attack continuously, and I find no reason to have to defend my gender to these people. I really don't. I don't see why they are what they are. Until I did some research and actually spoke to someone. I have spoken to several feminists for this, and none of them make any sense. None of them. I'd like to know what rights they have that I have that they don't have. I'm all for. Before we get started anymore. I want to know. Say, please excuse me. My voice is going. I'm still not feeling too great. Um, I just want to say I'm not anti-woman. In fact, I'm pro-woman equality. I want women to have equal rights, but I want them to have equal responsibilities also. Um, Uh, I've yet to see feminists who want equal responsibility. I mean, one of them actually told me that well, it would be nice to have more female CEOs. We don't want to have to work, and slave like some men do in mines and everything. We want to be CEOs instead. Good, then go out and be one. Just because you got boobs doesn't mean that you deserve to have something. I do know that there is some gender bias in the workplace, such as try to be a guy and be a nurse. Doesn't happen very easily. Most women are nurses. There are several occupations that are gender geared, such as women are good at nursing. They're good at um, um, jobs where it takes a lot of personal care for another person. Well, men are really good with their hands. We're good mechanics. We're better mechanics than most women are. I mean, I've seen some pretty good female mechanics, but traditionally, men, please excuse me, are better mechanics. Men work in mines. Men work in the oil fields. Women want to go to work in the oil fields? Fine, go. Nobody's stopping you. But anytime a guy wants to become something that's traditionally more suited for females, that for female gender, they run into all kinds of obstacles. It's there is no such thing as women not having the same rights as men. Not in this country anyway. So, I mean, the women women like to the feminists like to demonize men, and well, they get a free pass. I've seen several women. I mean, for example, if I go and blame a woman for a felony, and she's found not to be guilty, and they find out that I lied, I go to prison. But while the Kavanaugh hearings went on, and Christine Ford was found, has been found to not have been sexually assaulted by him so far. Even her attorney couldn't prove it. She gets a free pass. She's gone. I've seen women accusing men of rape all the time, and very few are ever convicted of a crime. And if they are, the particulars of the conviction are hidden away. It's it's a double standard. Women enjoy having this double standard happening. They enjoy the whole um, I'm not responsible for this. I didn't do this. The guy made me do it. My ex-wife, for one, actually said in court when it come about her cheating on me. She actually said to the judge, "Well, he probably cheated on me, so he deserves it." Yeah, that's your typical thing. Let's go and rationalize every wrong thing that we do, so that the other person gets in trouble instead of us, and we get a free pass. That's your typical feminist mentality. It's I can't deal with it, and I don't see why we as a society have to deal with it. It's destroying our society. This is a fringe element. This is a vast minority of women who do this, but the media makes it look like a vast majority who are feminists and who are all being, treated badly and victimized. The sentimental insistence of female innocence does no service to women whatsoever. It's I wish they would actually think in a normal way. I mean, I could use a very very well known term that starts with a C, but I refuse to. I'm not going to give the feminists the opportunity to feel victimized by that. Women should be treated as equals to men and be treated as human beings, equally guilty for a capability for aggression and accountability for their actions. I believe in female equality all the way. Like I said, I believe in full equality, but full responsibility for actions also. Uh, you know, let me get to my notes here. Characteristics of toxic femininity. These are really good characteristics here, and this nails it all in the head. One, male-directed anger and paranoia. Many modern women hate men. Um, I'm going to give you an example here. This is a very good example. I lived in Oklahoma, and I have a very low opinion of that place. I've had a very bad time there. But I've seen women who will go and get a divorce from a guy and went straight to the same bar they found this guy at, looking for the next ex-husband. I've heard women say that all men are pigs or gay because they'll go to the bar that they normally go to, and guys want anything to do with them anymore. They don't want to. It's really kind of stupid the way these people act. Let me continue here. Uh, they love to hold men accountable for all women's problems. If a hurtful motivation can be attributed to a man, women will go for it. Honestly, that goes on for. We all see that. This woman has a boyfriend, leaves her. She goes looking for another boyfriend. First thing she's going to say is that, well, he's going to leave me, so I'll do what I want to him. He deserves it. He's an asshole. Yeah, I have a sister who does that. I've seen this firsthand. Uh, for many, uh, for many, feminism is synonymous for demonization of men. It's a typical thing that women have that they want to blame guys for everything wrong in the world, and just because there are a few guys who did do something they blame every guy for, then every guy's guilty. And I could say the same thing for women. My ex-wife cheated on me mercilessly. She stole from me, lied about me, lied to me. I guess all women are nothing but lying thieves. See, it's the same mentality. The same thing that the women are doing to men. I mean, they may think they have a good reason for something, and their good reason is actually to paint all men this way. The good reasons so far is invalid. It's just I think they're all insane. Honestly, do. Let's go to number two. Uh, transference neurosis, an unconscious defense mechanism where a woman's attitudes associated with male figures. Um, uh, you know, uh, you know, th- that's really hits. This one really hits the point. Um, they want to transfer every problem they have to a guy to blame a guy for these problems. They want to blame him. If this woman here has hemorrhoids, it's a guy's fault. It's I can go on that one. I think I'm getting the point across on that one. Let me go to the next page. This is where women's past experiences negatively affect her current relationships. I've seen this a lot. Women want to sit here and have a bad relationship or a bad experience in the past with a guy, and every guy is going to do that to them. They'll sit here and tell the guy, "Well, you're just going to end up leaving me. You're just going to end up cheating on me, just like everybody else does." Yeah, it happens. Believe me, it happens. This is actually something that these women are very, very guilty of. Let's go to the next one, guys. And this is one of my favorites. I've seen this. Holy crap! I've seen this happen a lot. Number three, gender manipulation. Women have become adept at passive aggressive, bitchy behavior and hidden agendas used to manipulate men. Examples are dressing sexy, withholding sex and affection, the silent treatment. Which of you guys out there have ever? How many of you guys out there have dealt with the silent treatment? Raise your hand, please. Thank you. Wow. Emotional outbursts and flirting with other men to manipulate men. I've seen this happen a lot. This is high school shit. It's like some of these women have never gotten out of the 10th grade or ninth grade with a mentality. I would say fourth grade. Let's sit here and let's do let's give the guy the silent treatment. Let's just sell up and not confront the positive situation. Let's make it worse. My ex-wife was really good at this. I hate bringing up my ex-wife, but she's a pretty good example of the whole silent treatment. She'd sit there and cry and cry and cry and ask, "What could I do to fix the situation?" I don't know. I don't either. I'm not psychic. When you get it figured out, when you tell what's going on, I'll be down the street fucking your sister. Jeez, this whole silent treatment thing, this whole let's manipulate guys' emotions. I don't buy into it. I told my current wife when we got together. I said, look, I only have two rules: don't cheat on me and no mind games. Anytime you want to cheat on me or play a mind game, I'm walking, and I'll never look back. And I still do that today. You know, Women are really good at trying to play mind games, where men want to go and confront the situation and yeah, we're going to be an asshole for about 15 minutes, but the problem's over afterwards. The problem is over. We fixed the problem. We settled the problem, whatever. But women want to sit there and sull up and stay quiet and do the passive aggressive BS. That doesn't work. And it creates a lot of resentment. A hell of a lot of resentment. They don't want to blame the guy because, well, he's got toxic masculinity. He just doesn't understand us. I don't understand women anyway. Who wants to? Jeez. With the problems that women are causing these days, no wonder nobody's dating them. I mean, there's right now a major downturn in dating for straight white men. They don't want to be a deal with with being blamed for rape or the wannabe head games that women want to throw, the psychotic crap they want to do. I don't blame them. I wish this was more like the '80s. We didn't have to worry about that kind of crap. Jeez. Here's one: female victimization. The damsel in distress. We guys are hardwired to try to save a damsel in distress. And women know this. All they gotta do is go pretend they're being victimized with somebody, and the first thing guys are gonna do is run up and whose ass do I kick? You know, that's the first thing that we're gonna do. We're trying to take care of the situation. We figure, hey, she's pretty, she's being treated badly. That shouldn't happen. Nobody should treat a woman that way. Honestly, I think other women should be treated worse. They use this to manipulate us. I've seen where a woman will pull this about an ex-boyfriend. They get in an argument. She runs around talking about how she's the victim. She's the victim. This guy, my boyfriend's causing me all kinds of problems, and gets the boyfriend in a lot of trouble. And all he wanted to do was just tell her what the situation, that he did not approve of the situation she's causing. So she gets mad and goes and has somebody kick his ass. This is your typical feminist tactic. It's very, very, very typical. Uh, see, this is something that I'm really wanting to put across. Number 5, the avoidance of accountability. It's now socially acceptable for women to deny responsibility for their actions. Let's see this woman walk down the street, tits hanging out of her shirt, coming on every guy in the world. She gets raped. It's all the guy's fault because she can dress the way she wants to without having the fear of being raped. I'll tell you what, man. If you can't sing, don't dance too. Jeez. I mean, the women will go out there and push a guy and push a guy and push a guy. And I've seen strippers do this. Go out there and on the stage, strip in front of a guy, come on to the guy really hard and heavy, give the guy every signal there is that she's interested in him. That when he is interested in him, oh, he tried to rape me. Women, I want to tell you right now, your little games don't work for people like me. We don't care. We've seen through the bullshit. We know what the bullshit is. I thank God every day, and I'm not even Christian. I don't believe in God. I'm Buddhist. I thank God every day that I'm married. I don't have to deal with a dating thing anymore. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want some woman sitting there playing games with me. I don't want to be led on so she feels better about herself. I don't want to be put into that situation anymore. I'm glad I don't have to anymore. And this is the kind of stuff that we guys have to deal with on a daily basis. Women playing their little games with us and trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, other than these women are just insane. They're certifiable. This is all toxic femininity, guys. This is what's causing a major rift in our society. It's like I said, it's a minor fringe element, but the media wants you to think that these are all women. That all women are this way. Here's another one. I'm really, I've seen this a lot. Female martyr syndrome. Number 6, female martyr syndrome. There have been many examples of individual women pretending to speak for all women when they are only expressing their own opinion. Recent examples are Madeleine Albright, Ashley Judd, and Madonna. These people, they claim that they're having problems and they speak out for all women when they live very privileged lives and they don't know anything about the average person or just a regular life like we have to live. I hate when somebody says, "Well, I'm speaking out for for Robin Graves." No, I'll speak for myself. These women will go out and they'll make a big long speech, try to say they're speaking up for all women, and for some reason, there's a lot of women out there who buy into this. These people aren't speaking for you, women. They're not speaking for you. They're speaking for themselves. And even if they were speaking for all women, how would they know all women? How do they know that what concerns you have? You're the one who has to work every day and pay, find a way to pay bills with no money. These people, Madonna, you think she's ever had a bad day, financially? Hell no. She doesn't even know what your life is like. You know about as much about her life as she knows about yours. Jeez. All these people say, well, I speak for all women. I want to reach out and just slap the piss out of them and say, not speak about that. Yes, guys, I'm not feeling too good. I'm a little under the weather, so I'm a little more aggravated than normal. Colleges and universities have given men a forum to examine their alleged toxic behavior patterns. That's kind of a thing in colleges nowadays. You're a guy, you come up. It's the same thing as AA. You come up, I'm a male and I'm toxic. I need this fixed. They actually have that kind of these classes, and meetings for this. It's like that's a very sexist thing that the universities and colleges only have anything to do with men in that capacity. I do believe that they should give the same form to women. I believe they should, where men have toxic masculinity, they should give the same form for women, which when they have toxic femininity. But they don't do it. See, the thing is, you were talking about how bad it is. The deck is stacked against us, men. It is stacked big time. See, we have to. We're the ones who have to go out and make the $1 million to get you guys to get in the car with us and take you out on a date. We've got to take you to the most expensive place there is. And if we don't, oh, we're wrong. We're doing wrong by you and how we're treating you badly. You give us every signal there is in the world that you want to get physical with us, and then we get physical with you. All of a sudden, you scream rape. Yeah, and you want to sit here and demean us and call us dirty, every dirty name there is, talk about how bad we are, how we're horrible people, that the world would be better off without men. Yeah, well, I'm calling you out on your bullshit. I'm calling you out. Prove to me your point, if you have one besides the one on top of your head. This is fairness demands we consider the following, honestly. Equivalent college courses giving women the opportunity to confront their toxic femininity. Hollywood films that describe how both sexes are suffering because of women's gender-related shortcomings. Yeah, I do believe that we should have that. Honestly, not that I believe in Hollywood. I don't even watch Hollywood movies, but I think it'd be a really cool thing to have. Maybe some equal time for men too. Seems that the thing is, I'm going to go on a tangent here. Women have Lifetime and the Oprah Network and this and that and the other and everything on TV. They have all these options on TV. Men, what do we have? We had FX at one time back in the 90s, early 90s. No, late 90s, early 2000s. We had FX, which is pretty much guy-oriented. Women threw a fit. Women screamed about that because it was objectifying women. Yeah, it had women on there in bikinis, and we guys discussed male issues when it comes to women. Same as women had on their little programs talking about their relationship status with men and their relationship problems. But see, women can have all this, men can't. The the Friars Club was all men at one point. It was all men. It was a thing for guys. But women threw a screaming fit to get it let in. They did. They destroyed it. They could have this whole thing. It's coming on to every minority can have their own little thing they want, with no majority coming in. But if a majority, what they consider a majority, white males, have something of their own, oh, we have to be more inclusive. We have to include all of these also. It's sexist by women to think that they're going to that they should be involved in anything men have, but men don't have to be involved in their stuff. It's very sexist of women to think this, but they want to throw it back on us because we're guys. We're horrible. We're misogynistic. We're sissies. We're this. We're that. We're the other. Fuck you. If women can be encouraged to spend more time looking inward, maybe we can all enjoy a reprieve from the women's movement and toxic femininity. I need a tell me one guy who doesn't need a break from this bullshit. Well, except for the soy boys. Jeez, them skinny bastards who sit around drinking soy lattes, eating soybean, and being vegetarians. They'll sit there and suck up some broad because, well, they feel feminine themselves. It's not that they're going to get laid. I don't think they even think about getting laid. Anyway, none of my research would have come to fruition. This actual video wouldn't have existed without some help from a person. I want to thank Mr. Ed Brodow. He's a negotiations expert and wrote a book called "In Lies We Trust: Politicians and the Media Are Deceiving the Public." It's a very good book. Ed Brodow is a very wise man. None of this would happen without him, and I want to thank him. Thank you, Mr. Brodow. Thank you very much for helping with this. You came through when nobody else could. But look, guys, what we need to do is look at everything, step back, step out, look at everything, take a breath. Quit letting things, rule our lives. We run our lives. They don't. I mean, I remember the 80s, it was us against them. Now it's us against us. And the them we were against in the 80s did this to us. And they're the ones who are making out on this. We're not. We need to think for ourselves for once. Come on, it's stuff sitting there and believing everything that's said on MSNBC, CNN, Fox News, NBC, whatever. We need to look at the things. We need to take a broader look at everything. I wonder what's being said, why is it being said, who's it being said to, and who's saying it. We need to think for ourselves. I'm going to let you guys go with this. I'm not doing too good right now. I've got a lot of things I still have to do today, and I'm still not feeling good. You guys, look, you guys take care of each other, okay? Be nice to one another. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I don't know what the next subject's going to be we want to talk about. Excuse me. I don't even think I know when it's going to come. It'll be this week sometime. I may retouch this. I do know I need to do a fan response. That may be coming up Wednesday, Thursday. It may come up. It'll be this week. I just need to get feeling better and take care of some issues here. You guys, like I said, take care of each other and be nice. I'll talk to you next time. This has been World According to Graves, WATG, and I'm your host, Robin Graves. Take care, all.